Welcome to Asia, the largest and most diverse continent on Earth. Our journey begins in Russia, the biggest country in Asia, covering 13.1 million square kilometers. Stretching from Europe to the Pacific, it's the only country in the world that shares borders with both Norway and North Korea. Meanwhile, at the other extreme, the Maldives, Asia's smallest nation, floats on the Indian Ocean, covering just 300 square kilometers. It's also the flattest country on Earth, barely rising 1.5 meters above sea level. But Asia isn't just about size, it's about people. Two countries alone, China and India, hold over 1.4 billion people each, making up more than 35% of the world's population. And in this continent, life takes on extreme contrasts. Tokyo, capital of Japan, stands as the most populous city in the world, with over 37 million people packed into a futuristic metropolis, while Mongolia remains one of the most open and empty landscapes, with just 2 people per square kilometer. Speaking of landscapes, Asia holds the highest and lowest points on Earth. Mount Everest, the towering giant of the Himalayas, rises 8,848 meters into the sky, while the Mariana Trench plunges 10,994 meters beneath the ocean's surface, a depth so extreme that sunlight never reaches it. But the land in between is just as remarkable. Bhutan, known as the happiest country in Asia, is also one of the highest, with most of its land sitting above 3,280 meters. And hey, race, a fun fact: Bhutan is the only carbon-negative country in the world, absorbing more CO2 than it produces, thanks to its lush forests covering over 70% of its land. On the other side, North Korea remains one of the most isolated and controlled nations, where government restrictions limit freedom and economic struggles make daily life difficult. Meanwhile, Afghanistan and North Korea remain Asia's poorest countries, facing ongoing crises and strict international sanctions. Now, let's talk about food, because Asia consumes 90% of the world's rice. Whether in China, India, or Indonesia, rice is the staple that fuels billions. But beyond food, Asia leads in another category: billionaires. With 1,159 billionaires, this continent is home to more ultra-rich individuals than anywhere else. China alone has 607 billionaires, second only to the USA. Asia is also a land of marvels. The Great Wall of China stretches 21,196 kilometers, making it the longest human-made structure in the world. In Dubai, the Burj Khalifa towers 828 meters high, piercing the sky as the tallest building on Earth. And in India, the Statue of Unity stands 182 meters tall, making it the tallest statue ever built. Technology? Asia is ahead of the game. South Korea boasts the fastest internet speed in the world, averaging over 100 megabits per second, and is home to tech giants like Samsung and LG. South Korea even has a separate Valentine's Day just for single people. Meanwhile, Japan, sitting on the Pacific Ring of Fire, experiences some of the most powerful earthquakes in the world, but its advanced technology and earthquake-resistant buildings keep its people safe. And if you love travel, Russia's Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest train journey in the world, stretching 9,200 kilometers and taking a full 7 days to cross the country. But if you prefer underground adventures, Vietnam's Sun Dung Cave is the largest cave in the world, so massive that entire forests grow inside it. From the snowy peaks of the Himalayas to the golden sands of the Gobi Desert, the crowded streets of Bangladesh to the untouched beauty of Mongolia, Asia is a world of its own, a land of contrasts, extremes, and wonders waiting to be explored.